crypto warriors, changing our world day by day. The way of the crypto warriors, can't rely on the bankers, no way.
Good morning, Bix Weir, roadrunner.com with your morning horn of Z's, your sip of chaga coffee. Oh, so we're headed into a 3-day weekend. Insanity is breaking out absolutely everywhere. Markets are still under control, but the moment they stop being under control, you're going to see real insanity. And I think that's coming up on many fronts: cryptocurrencies, silver, gold, stock market. Who knows where they're going to place it? They will lose control at some point. The computers are fighting each other. My good friend, my lovely friend Dick Allgaier, who finally is returning to the United States, makes me so happy. I don't know what it was, but everything seemed wrong about Dick moving away. It was in my soul. I was screaming at him, don't go, don't go. But he's moving back. And I think that's a wonderful thing. You got to be around friends and family, and he's such a wonderful guy. He's gonna walk into Hawaii with the biggest smile and the biggest I love Hawaii sign on his back. And hopefully live not in fear, but in cautious optimism. How about that? So welcome home, Dick. We love you. I think it's this weekend he's flying home. He might be home now. I haven't checked his channel today. Oh, it just tickles me pink. Crypto's still on lockdown. Remember, they can place them anywhere. They'll probably slam them down before they let them run. And we're not going to see free market value in cryptos until after the exchanges go down. So make sure you have your cryptos off the exchanges. Those of you who took advantage of the 100 Theta giveaway, that is over as of today. It's 50 Theta now, which is still a great deal at Road to Ruta. I'll go over that in a second. And silver price, still in lockdown at 720. But as Ted Butler says, the banks are down about $7 billion at this price. $7 billion, just 8 banks. That's like $1 billion loss each almost. Imagine what happens if they go up $10, $20, $100. That's what the market riggers are trying to protect. JP Morgan is now long. The criminal bank of all criminal banks is now long. And I don't know what they're going to do. They could cause the crash of the whole global financial system. And I'm sure they're using that as a weapon against the Department of Justice. Not a good idea to go up against the Department of Justice, Jamie Dimon and the cabal. So hang on tight. If you have physical silver in your own possession, you are golden. Again, I'm still giving away Road to Ruta coins as long as they last with every private road subscription. So go check that out at Road to Ruta. You know what I wanted to do? Run just quickly through Zero Hedge just to show you how crazy it is this week and going into next week. There is no V-shaped recovery. There's no recovery at all. There's a total destruction of our global monetary system. I can't tell you the day, but we are a lot closer today than we were yesterday. And tomorrow will be a lot closer to that day again. There's going to be no recovery. People are going to go back to their jobs and say, oh my God, what happened to my job? Especially in the entertainment industry, the hotels, the bars, the restaurants. If you're in that business, it's not good. You're going to have a hell of a lot less customers. Most, I would say over 50% of the restaurants will shut down. After the first month back, they're going to say, oh my God, I'm open, but nobody's coming in. It sucks. And that won't return probably ever. People have changed the way they think about going out, the way they think about doing it. The hope would be a spectacular magic pill cure. And Trump might announce that. And that might happen. But then the bad guys will if the bad guys are still in power, they'll probably release a different kind of virus with, and again, no cure. So this is a war. This is a flat out, no holds barred war. And bad guys played a huge trump card, shall we say. And the good guys are saying, okay, we got to recover from this. You know what they need to do is put people in jail. You start putting them in jail and say, hey, you guys stop it or we're going to put you all in jail. Even the freaking aliens who are running the show. You're going to jail, my friends. Alien jail. The good aliens will beat the bad aliens. And if it goes higher than that, the spiritual jail. The good spirits will beat the bad spirits. I'm on a war in that front too. And then ultimately it is God versus the devil. And you know who's going to win that one. This battle is going all the way up the chain. And good always triumphs over evil in the end. So hang in there, people. We are winning. It's just difficult, as we knew. All right, I'm going to run down Zero Hedge really fast to show you just how crazy it is. COVID front in Europe. Spain finally eases lockdown in Madrid. GM plans to ramp up U.S. production. To who? Who are you going to sell the cars to? The banks aren't going to be able to finance them. The banks are just flooded with car loans out there. And the financial system, they put them in not mortgage-backed securities, but collateral-backed securities. Out of control. The derivatives was the way to pawn it off, and now nobody's buying them. You're going to see all the pension funds just run away. The pension funds are done. Everything is done. It's crazy. And the manipulation of gold, silver, and cryptos is done too, so hang on tight. Hong Kong, they're fighting. I'll talk about Joe Rogan in a second, which is huge. COVID kills the hospitality industry. Absolutely. Hotels are going to be destroyed, as in emptied out, gutted, gone. Crushes New York City hotels, triggers CMBS implosion. CMBS, commercial mortgage-backed security, is the most ridiculous financial construction ever. They take all the shitty commercial mortgages and put them together and then slice them and dice them in different credit ratings, A, B, C, D, and things like that. Oh, it's just so bad. It is ridiculous, the financial engineering that was going on. I've been screaming it forever. A $2 quadrillion derivative market will not survive. And it might be the CMBS explosion. It might be credit default swaps. It might be, there's not that many anymore. Probably the bond derivatives. It could be anything right. And I will catch up this weekend. There's a few things. I need to do a lot of catch up. I'm working real hard getting people their Theta who signed up for the private room. So, all right, Robobank. How does Hong Kong continue to function as a financial center? It does not. There will be no financial centers. Probably the worst hit is going to be London. London will be gutted. New York City will be gutted. Hong Kong will be gutted. San Francisco gutted. Chicago gutted. That's where all the big financial capitals are. Gutted. And the Fed, no, they can't keep printing the trillions. Yes, they're up to like 6, 7, 8 trillion that they got coming out. And behind the scenes, they do infinity money, so it doesn't even matter. It's all for show. But clearly, they're showing us that they're doing a lot. When was the last time you heard a congressman say, hey, we got to get the budgets in order? We got to pay off down the deficit. Never. It will never happen because no country in the history of the world has ever done that. Everybody talks about it. Nobody's ever done it. The death knell for Hong Kong freedoms. Furious Pompeo slams China's disastrous new national security law. There's definitely some large entities going to clash between the U.S. and China. China doesn't make anything anymore. They're not going to ship to us. Get your new iPhones while you can. I think they've cut down on the new ones. They're selling the old ones now. And if you're looking for a car, hang on for a couple months. You're going to get a car for half price, a third of the price, a tenth of the price. Now Hertz is dumping fleet of Corvettes while trying to avoid bankruptcy. Everybody's dumping cars. Used cars, leases are being returned and not sold. It is ugly out there if you're a car financer. Or if you deal in like rental cars. Nobody's going on vacation. Nobody's traveling. How are you going to do a rental car? It is ugly. And next, the mood is uglier, and China's not helping. Communist Party knows it's serious trouble, honing its compact with the people. Keep them happy, make them rich, and don't care who's in power. And for U.S. future slide, Yuan tumbles, Hang Seng tumbles. A Pakistani flight went down. It'll be interesting to see what the cause of that was. I haven't heard any conspiracy stuff, but yeah, you never know. This is the end of Hong Kong. China Congress announces crackdown on Hong Kong with new Security law abandons GDP target. Yes, China owns Hong Kong now and is going to lock it up. And there's nothing the U.S. can do. Hong Kong is a huge place for the heads of pornography to work out of and heads of banking to work out of. A lot of dark deals go down in there. Hong Kong is just bad news. And China owns it now. So what do, U.S.? No, you're not going to go to war. I don't think that people would support a war. It's like Russia coming to Cuba. We didn't like that, and we stopped it. China, Hong Kong is right there, part of China. We're not going to have anything to say about it. Why would we? Why not bring everybody home, like I said originally? Bring all the troops home and stick them on our borders if we don't want people getting out. But mostly people are going to leave the U.S. and go down to Mexico to mine for gold and silver if they let them. All the Mexicans are clearly going to go home to mine for gold and silver. It's going to be a huge bonanza because gold and silver are massively undervalued, especially silver, and Mexico's a gigantic producer. Gigantic. And it's all shut down right now because of COVID bullshit. Because they finally got a brain. Mexico finally got a brain and is not selling their silver for cheap. All of South America. And here comes the wave of loan defaults. The total defaults in this high-risk, high-yielding area of debt market is at $12.6 billion in May so far, the highest since April 2014. That's nothing compared to what's coming. Global COVID-19 risk ranges up to $82 trillion. Everything is done. I don't even know why they're still trying to rig it. There is no cure for this. The economic system was extremely overbloated, bubbles everywhere back at the end of last year, built on sand. And now you have the worst thing that could possibly happen, shut down everything, and they're trying to rig it every which way. It's not going to build a good financial future, we need a sound foundation. And it starts with money. Fiat money, unbacked criminal money from the central bank, from the banksters that created it out of thin air, is not a sound basis. That's what's going to Washington State loses hundreds of millions to Nigerian unemployment claims fraud scheme. Classic. Washington State's run by idiots. Almost big as the idiots in California. No, bigger. And Oregon. Oh, my God. I got a lot of friends who moved to Oregon because it was cheaper. Now they're like, where do I go now? I don't want to go to California. Oregon sucks. Washington sucks. Go to the middle of America. Arizona. Colorado. Texas. Get your beef on. Hamas chief vows major armed resistance if Trump's deal of the century gets implemented. War. What happens when there's financial problems? War breaks out because historically they think war will take care of everything. Crazy. Migrants riot for the fourth consecutive night in Paris. It is literally breaking out everywhere. Auto registrations in Europe plunged 76%, the largest drop on record. Wow. That's nothing. Not only is nobody buying a new car, but all the old cars are sitting idle. And I would wait a couple months to buy and then go in there with maybe a stack of 20s. Couple $1,000, you get you 10 cars, that type of thing. If you own cars, if you're a used car dealer, you know the problem. You know the situation. Massive inventory and nobody's buying. And you got no room anymore on your car lots. They're using stadiums around the country to park cars for used car dealers, for new car dealers, for rental cars. They're using and nobody's buying. Nobody's got money for it. And the banks are starting to tighten up the lending criteria. It's getting ugly. All right, I do want to talk about this. Joe Rogan. A lot of people said, Joe Rogan signed this gigantic deal. And everybody's like, he's sold out to the big money. Or you can look at it another way. A voice that is not exactly mainstream is now speaking with a mainstream audience. $100 million exclusive deal with Spotify. Joe Rogan and Alex Jones are buddies. Don't forget that. And now's the time now is the time. Absolutely, we need to speak some truth in the mainstream. So get ready. You should be very excited that Joe Rogan's got this gigantic stage to talk on, because he's not as bad as the MSM. Right now, at least, everybody thinks, oh no, he'll be controlled. I'm not so sure. Everything is changing because they are about to go away. Maybe I'll finish this morning's discussion with the song They that I wrote. And if you like it, give me a thumbs up. Hey, hit subscribe. I'm almost at 70,000 subscribers. They've stuck me at 60 for 2 years now. I was flying up there and then all of a sudden it stopped. So give me a subscribe and I'll hit 70,000. I don't know what, that doesn't get you anything, but it's kind of cool because I've been stuck in the same place for 2 years. All right. Also, for the private road members, I will be putting out this weekend, sometimes probably Saturday or Sunday, a special discussion about theta and the different opportunities in theta. And I'll show you where I get theta, how to do it, and things like that if you're a private road member. If you want to join the private road, go to roadtoro.com, hit subscribe today. I'm giving away 50 theta and 50 theta fuel along with the coolest coin ever, the silver Ruda coin at roadtoro.com. And now I would like to leave you with the song They. Enjoy.
Well, I grew up in the USA. I was taught that speech was free. Birmingham to Burning Man, you can speak any truth you see. Lately things have changed, they say I can't speak truth no more. And I'm just sitting here wondering who they are working for. See, they're gonna kick me off of YouTube. Unless I say 9/11's just another day. And they delete my friends on Facebook. Unless I pretend that socialism's a-okay. And they are gonna shadow ban my Twitter. Unless I tweet the chemtrails of Perrier. Finally they'll ban everything I've got to say as they kill free speech in the USA. They decide what's right, they decide what's wrong, they ban what won't conform. They sit in shadows, they run the gallows, say I must abide the norm. Without free speech we lose freedom, they cut off our free will. If I find truth that they don't like, they'll label me a shill. And then they're gonna kick me off of YouTube. Unless I say 9/11's just another day. And they delete my friends on Facebook. Unless I pretend that socialism's a-okay. And they are gonna shadow ban my Twitter. Unless I tweet the chemtrails of Perrier. Finally they'll ban everything I've got to say as they kill free speech in the USA. They're trying to kill free speech in the USA. Now wait a minute, it's not like me to give up on a fight. I'll expose their evil plans, bring their shadows into light. And I'll name names, I'll play their games, I've got them in my sight. They're trying to change the USA, I'll fight for what is right. So they can kick me off of YouTube. 9/11's all about building 7 and it ain't okay. And they can delete all my Facebook. But socialists fail every time in every single way. And they can shadow ban my Twitter, but I'm looking up at chemtrail skies each and every day. See, they have no right to ban anything I have to say, and I'll fight for free speech in the USA. I'm gonna fight for free speech in the USA. It's my right, free speech in the USA.